And then he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills.
I can't catch a break, guys.
Yeah.
Get them the fuck away from me. I can't be around those guys.
People think, oh, well, cleaning your room, that's just a cliche. It's like, yeah, really, eh? Just go ahead and try it.
If people had any idea how powerful sleep is for healing from anything, and the fact that it's free.
My mind is absolutely bulletproof, solid as a rock.
Podcast. Alright guys, welcome to another episode of the Fighting Fit Show. Today we are joined by Paddy Barnes. Paddy Barnes is a three-time Olympian, European champion and world title challenger. How are you keeping, Paddy?
Dead on. Just
Thanks a million again for coming on the show. How's lockdown life treating you?
So. I'm still working from home, but being stuck in the house all day every day is not good.
What are you doing yourself this weather, Paddy?
Well, I'm working from home at the minute, and like every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I get to go out because I help with a food bank. So
class.
That gets me out of the house, thankfully. So
Unreal.
It's good, but just work from home. Plus I've got some coursework to do. I'm still at college doing
happy days.
stuff. So
what are you studying? Sorry, you work?
No, I'm doing a HND in sport.
Class. Cool. What's the goal with that? What do you want to get out of it?
Well, just to educate myself and add in my CV.
Cool, fair play, man. Fair play, as if it's not already stacked enough. So what was it that got you in the box in the first place, Paddy? Kind of bring us right back to kind of day one in the gym.
Really, I used to go to a place in County Down called Hourglass every weekend with my cousins, and they boxed. My uncle was the coach, and because I was there, I just decided to take it up, just to fit in.
Yeah.
Back in Belfast, I had friends who boxed as well, so I joined them as their club. So I would train during the week in Belfast and box at the weekends with my cousins. And I just done it just to fit in. Like, I didn't think boxing, was a dream to be a boxer or nothing. I just done it because my friend and my cousins done it.
Yeah.
And eventually, as I got older, my friends started dropping off. Like, they stopped boxing. My uncle shut the club. I fell in love with the sport and I stayed at it. And thankfully I did, because it got me to where I am now.
Yeah, no, big time. No, because I remember my coach used to say to me, I'm pretty sure, did you lose your first kind of 4 or 5 fights in a row or something like that? Is that true?
I lost the first 12 fights.
First 12, wow. Yeah, because I remember my coach saying that to me, kind of, because I was saying something similar when I kind of started boxing, kind of, I was really overweight when I started boxing, kind of doing to lose weight and kind of build the confidence, all that kind of stuff. And, I'd be trying to maybe losing hard after losing, 3, 4 fights in a row. And then the coach would say, listen, look at Paddy Barnes. He lost his first, 10 fights, 12 fights in a row. And look at him there, kind of thing, so fair play.
But listen, I wasn't getting beat up. Like, there were close fights. So
yeah.
That's why it didn't deter me too much.
Yeah, no, and big time as well. Kind of, a lot of people don't realize how kind of competitive kind of the boxing scene in Ireland is, especially kind of up where you are, up in Belfast, man. It's some of the best boxing in the country up there.
Yeah, definitely. In Belfast, I think there's 36 clubs alone.
Yeah.
So it's a massive boxing city.
Yeah, wow. And then kind of how long did it take then until you kind of really started to come in your own with boxing, until you really kind of started to dominate the Irish scene?
Well, I think you may know, when you're a juvenile, you need to qualify for your province to get to All-Irelands. I could never do that. I always came up short. Carl Frampton used to beat me.
No way.
I never got to Dublin until I was 15, where you go down automatically.
Yeah.
And I lost the semi-final to a boxer from Clonmel called Kevin Fantasy, who was very, very good. And the following year, I got a straight final of 3 of us, Youth 2. And I won that there. The week after, I went to a tournament called the Four Nations.
Yes.
With England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales. And I won that as well. And after I won that there, that's when I knew I thought that I was world champion. I just won the Olympics. That Four Nations medal was a stepping stone for me sticking at the sport.
Cool. And you think that kind of getting that All Ireland, getting the Four Nations, that was kind of the confidence builder you needed to kind of feel like you belonged at that level?
Yeah, definitely. Once I won, obviously the All Ireland, but then when I went and certified how good I was at the Four Nations, beat the best in Ireland and the UK, I was just unreal feeling, and something that I want to keep doing, keep getting better, and keep winning more.
Unreal. And because I know you kind of had the Belfast boys. I remember years ago seeing the video you kind of done with I think it was of the Joyce fella with his hands in petrol and all that kind of stuff. Kind of you kind of have a really kind of solid community of kind of fellow fighters up there. Was it kind of some kind of everyone was kind of pushing each other along, or you'd see these boys achieving this and kind of everyone would kind of want to maybe keep pace with everyone else?
Yeah, we were lucky because Belfast has such a massive talented boxers, a massive club, sorry. So we're all on the high performance together. So we're all very, very friendly, and we all push each other to do the best we could, and helped a lot. So we weren't just a team; we're basically like a family.
Yeah, cool.
And that helped. We were, if any are feeling down or not training hard, we always made sure we had each other's backs and push each other to be the best we could.
Unreal. And then what, it was 2007 then when you got to the world. I think you were injured. You got injured at the EU Championships. Then you went off to the World Championships, and that's just the first time you fought Zhu Shiming.
Yeah. So if you talk about the EU Championships, I fought. I got a dig in the eye, and I think it was a split retina. The doctor said it was. It was against the guy who's now world champion, Nordine Ubali.
Ah, no way. Is the Nair, that fell in the Nair said he was fine?
Yeah, he's fighting him next, yeah.
No way.
So he beat me, and I went after that tournament. I went to the Commonwealth Championships, which were in Liverpool, and I won gold there, and I beat the world youth champion in the final. But when I came back to Ireland, the team was being selected for the World Championships, and they were only sent 6 boxers. And I called in the meeting and says, "Listen, Paddy, you're not going. You're not good enough." And I argued the case. Listen, I beat the world youth champion. It's my first year as being an Irish champion. I think everyone deserves a chance. No, you're not going. So away I went. And 2 weeks later, there was a Senate Council meeting, and all the champions of Ireland got to go, which is only fair.
Of course, yeah.
And out of the whole team, I was the only one to go and qualify. And the only person that actually beat me was the reigning world champion, Zhu Shiming.
Wow. And do you find it kind of going to the World Championships with that kind of motivation, and kind of trying to maybe prove the others wrong? Did you feel like that's going to be what spurred you on to kind of get so far in the competition?
Definitely. As soon as I was selected, even before the Olympic Games, I always wanted to go to the World Championships. For me, that was the biggest tournament. And when I went there, I was so lucky. I was so pumped up to see how good I was against the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And plus, I just say that I wanted to prove the selectors wrong, and show them that and I come here to make up numbers. I come here to hopefully win gold, but ultimately qualify for Olympics.
Yeah, no, cool. And then so what happened then after that? So after your first Olympic Games, you I think you won the European gold then after that, wasn't it?
Yeah, so after the Olympic Games in 2008, there was European Championships in Liverpool at the end of the year, but I was selected for that. I says, no, I'm not going to go. I could be bored. I just won a bronze Olympics. I don't want to go to the Europeans. So I took a bit of a break. Then 2009, I went to the World Championship in Milan, where I lost the fight in points, but it was ridiculous scoring. No, I definitely gave the guy 2,000 counts. He was getting points for the count I gave him. The ring, it was ridiculous. So I was.
Some of the judging in amateur boxing is
ridiculous. So I was sent home from that tournament, and the following year, I went to Moscow for the European Championships. And actually, I would say 6 weeks or probably 8 weeks is the most before my first Europeans. I had a hernia operation, so I couldn't train properly for the Europeans. I'd done most of my sessions on a bike, so no real sparring, no power work, no nothing. All my conditioning was done on the bike, and I went and won the Europeans.
Wow! And then how did you qualify for the next Olympics then?
So the next Olympics were in London, and I went to the World Championships and lost a first fight against the fellow called Mark Briga, who is since professional now. So that was not me out. So I had to wait to the last qualifier where I went to Turkey, and the top 4 qualified, and I reached semi-finals, and that got me the spot in London.
Class. And then in the you were kind of pipped for maybe kind of this big revenge match against Zhu Shiming. What was it? It was 15-15 points level, and then it was 35-34 on the count back.
Yeah,
Like literally as close as it could possibly be.
Yeah, in fairness, I remember in the fight, I just said to Billy Watts, listen, all I want to do is score a point because I don't want to be embarrassed again. I remember getting back at the first round, it was like 7-4.
Yeah, because was the first fight 15-0?
No, I fought him 3 times. So the first time was 23-9, and then the second 15-0 in China. But
yeah, that was poor judge as well, wasn't it?
He definitely got the better of me, but
yeah, but no, it wasn't a 0-0 score.
But then going on to London, when I fought him, I said I only wanted to score a point. I wanted to make sure I got that point because I'd be embarrassed if it didn't. And the kind of fighter he is hard to pin down.
Yeah, big time.
So I'm back to the corner at the first round. The pressure was on me not to win, but just to score a point. And when Billy Watts told me it was 7-4, the pressure has left me. But on next round, 3 each. Next round, 7-4 to me. So it was count back. And in the fight itself, I thought he was a bit slicker and just a bit more cooler than me. And I thought, he won the fight. But then when it was tied at 15 each, I thought it definitely should have won because, I threw more punches, and count back is, the scoring shots are registered, and I threw way more than him. So I thought the count back probably should have got it.
And so that was your second Olympic bronze medal.
Yeah.
And what was the plan then? The plan was kind of still hungry for the goal, kind of get back to the drawing board, kind of still looking for revenge. I think did Zhu Shiming, did he turn pro then at that point? He did turn pro at some stage.
Yeah, possibly off that there. Yeah, he will turn pro off that. Yeah, he didn't have any more tournaments. I think he took a year out, and then Top Rank, I think, signed him up. On professional.
Yeah, I remember seeing his debut at some point. And then kind of how was Paddy Barnes feeling after that Olympics? So second Olympic bronze. How are you feeling after kind of obviously you proved that you could you can mix it with the best fighter in the division for the last decade really. How did you feel then going forward then into your own championships? Like, were you confident for the next Olympics?
Yeah, definitely. It was even in 2012, I wasn't the finished article. I kept getting better and better. I think probably my best year was 2014, 2015. 2014 where I won the Commonwealth Games for the second time, and then 2015 where I qualified for Rio through the WSB. I won 7 fights unbeaten.
Yeah, I think I was on Wikipedia. I think yesterday. I think your record was 6-1 or something. Would that be right? Italia Thunder
7-1.
7-1.
Yeah, but I went on 2 seasons. The first season I had 1 fight and I lost to a fella in Algeria, and
then you were undefeated after that.
Yeah, so I moved.
How did you find it? Did you find that even kind of from did that kind of maybe like was that more suited to pro style? Do you think that maybe that inhibited your amateur style, or would you find that was beneficial? The kind of the World Series of boxing, kind of it's like a pro for people who don't know. It's like a semi-pro kind of thing.
I kind of thought in a way it would have, but once I turned pro, it turned out professional boxing is a totally different sport. People think a great amateur will make a great pro, but it's never the case. Well, not never the case, but if you were look at the likes like Sean McComb as an amateur, you probably think like he'll not do much as a pro.
Yeah.
But his style,
he's tall, rangy.
Yeah, his style is perfect.
Yeah.
So, come for fighters, they've less chance of making it, I think, because the fact that like we're talking about WSB, the gloves and professional boxing are totally different. You can't have a defense, so it's about head movement, about slipping and rolling. Not about stand like right. I used to hands up, take guard.
Okay. Yeah, so you're saying because the 8-ounce gloves, you can't protect yourself as much.
Yeah, you can't, and it's impossible to do. You give yourself brain damage. So, professional boxing is a totally different sport
Okay,
than
cool.
amateur.
And then you kind of you qualified for the next Olympics then through the WSB, Rio 16, and kind of talk us through the tournament, kind of what happened.
Yeah, so I had a 5-eye per performance against Spain. I was sparring him before, and good spar, but we could definitely better him. But going in there, uh, I was so excited. I was feared to win gold. I couldn't wait. I really thought that I would win gold, but I went in the first 30 seconds. I just died. Had no energy whatsoever, and people keep going on me about saying, "Oh, you're at the wrong weight," but I really wasn't at the wrong weight. I was at the proper.
Did you move up weight for them Olympics?
No, I was still 49 kilo. But people say, "Well, what happened to you if you're at the right weight? But why did you blow up so much? Like, why we tired so early?" I said, and I weighed in at 8 a.m. and I fought at 11:30 a.m.
Okay.
I've never in my whole career weighed in and fought so close to the weigh-in. You know what I mean? I've never ever done that in my whole career. It's not something that I knew beforehand what's going to happen. It's not something they could have trained for, but it's something that happened.
Yeah, because that's something that they've changed in the last couple of years, especially with a specific emphasis in amateur boxing to do weigh-ins the same day that people fight. I think it's mostly kind of to aim towards kind of younger kids, so they're not maybe trying to drain themselves too much before big fights and that kind of stuff. Is that right?
I don't know the real reason behind it for it, but amateur sport do that. Or I know in WSB you weigh in day beforehand, which suited me to the ground. But even amateur boxing, if I weighed in and fought 6 hours later, I'd be fully.
We'd usually be waiting in the morning and then fight in the evening or whatever. You'd have a good few hours.
Even in the afternoon, which is usually the case, but never in the morning. Especially on Olympic Games, and that's what ultimately cost me it. Because the Spanish fella beat me wasn't much good, but there's nothing left to give. And even though it was a close fight, I will have the next fight again at the same time against a better opponent. So it's probably just for the best that I went out the way I did.
Yeah, big time. And then so where was your head at then after the Olympics? So you thought you were going to win the gold, kind of you're all set for it, and then kind of didn't go to plan. What was your plans then in relation to boxing then straight after?
Well, I already knew I was going professional. I had met MGM, they were at the time, now MTK, and they were looking for me to go professional. And I say, right, well, I'll see how I go with the Olympic Games. But whether I win gold or win nothing, I'm always going to go. And so once I came home, I think it was September, I texted the boys at NGM and asked them when I'm making baby. And they says, right, make it October 20th, Belfast. Bang. There you go. Game of baby, that was it.
That was it straight in. Yeah, and then because I think was it your European champ by your third fight as a pro? And so world title fight at your sixth fight, is that right?
Yeah, so once I turned professional, I was 29, and I thought with my experience and my age, I've had a lot of fights, and I was already a pretty known name in boxing in Ireland.
Yeah.
But you know what? You have Carl Frampton, Ryan Burnett, a few other boxers in Belfast who are world champions, and in Ireland who are world champions. So me becoming a world champion, but wouldn't really be a big thing, because we have so many.
Exactly, because your Olympic pedigree, kind of people would have almost expected you to kind of be top of the world.
Anyway. Because we have world champions here, but I wanted to do something different. I wanted to step away from the best because I created history as an amateur. So I wanted to create history as a professional, and I had no dreams of being a professional. So I went to NGM and said, listen, I want to go for the big fighters straight away. If I lose, I don't even care. As long as I lose the best, I don't care. I don't want to fight journeyman. So my first fight, I obviously had to fight a journeyman first fight.
Yeah.
And my second fight, I fought another round. But in the third fight, I fought a guy for the European belt. He was a pretty solid fighter. He's been European champion himself. He actually fought for the WBA world title in Japan, and he got a terrible decision against him. He should have won that world title. And I picked him. It was a tough fight, but I came through it. And then I had I done a 6-rounder, then straight into a 10-rounder. Then I done our 6-rounder in Edinburgh against who was meant to be another journeyman, but I beat him on points. And his next fight, he knocked out 2 unbeaten prospects, and then he won your European Union belt. So it just shows you he wasn't as bad as we make it to be. And then obviously the 6th fight, they went for broke and for title, and I got ribs broke.
So how did that fight go? Kind of how did training camp and stuff go for that fight? Because obviously even as an amateur, even to kind of say you're an amateur, you were full time training even as an amateur, where you're kind of getting funded and that kind of stuff, probably training twice a day, the whole lot.
Yeah, I've been a full time boxer since I was 16. Training twice a day, it's been my life and job. So I'm pretty used to it. People say training's hard, but for me it wasn't hard. Because it's something you're accustomed to, you're used to it. But for the world title fight, train went well. I feel the fight was going well at the start. I just didn't know whether the boxing were fighting, but I was still working it out. I'm sure he was too. But Rosales watched him. I watched loads of his fights, and he only knows how to fight one way, in your face.
Yeah.
I can box and I can fight, so I was just trying to work out which way was best. In the 4th round, I was throwing Heath through at the same time, and never been hit like that in my life. And I remember actually when I was on the ground, the referee counting. I knew I was never getting up, And the bell went, and I was like, "Geez, am I saved by the bell? Because if I am, I still can't get up."
And how did you feel? How did you feel after that fight? Because then obviously, you were still relatively young in your career, kind of still a lot. Again, a big lesson there, and as you said, kind of Rosales, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Rosales, great fighter. He was actually just beaten by, there was some sort of kind of trilogy there with him, Martinez, and Charlie Edwards from England, isn't there? Kind of, or he beat him and he beat him, kind of thing. And who has the belt now? Martinez has the belt now.
Yeah, Martinez has the belt now. Yeah.
What happened with him and Edwards? Was it he was disqualified for hitting Edwards on the ground? How did Edwards end up losing the belt?
Well, Edwards didn't actually lose the belt. In the fight itself, Martinez was dominating him, and he put him down. And as he was down, he stupidly hit him a dig in the kidney for whatever reason, and Edwards played on it and stayed down, and got the guy disqualified.
So did Edwards get the belt then after that?
Yeah, he was still a champion because the guy was disqualified for a illegal blow on the ground.
And how did Martinez end up with the WBC belt?
So Edwards vacated it.
Okay.
Edwards won a rematch him, so he moved up. He vacated the belt.
Okay. And then back to your end. So when you after Rosales, kind of again, you had the broken again. It's one of these things like there's nothing you could do. Like your ribs are broken, and you can't. Yeah. Even the toughest man in the world couldn't continue. So like, what was your plans then after that?
I don't at the time. I can't remember. Retirement never came to my head, but thought there's a life lesson there. Should have, could have. I was boxing well until I got caught, and so I decided, I'll go again. And I was meant to fight on the Frampton Warrington card, and I was warmed up 3 times, and I'm out to fight, and no player on on yet. It was like 12:15, and I was still sitting there, and no one came to me and saying, "Paddy, your fight's on, your fight's off." I got the 12:30. I just took my monitors off. So I never got the fight there. And then I was training again, and my team called me up and said, "Listen, we got you a fight on McConnell's card in New York." um, here's an opponent here for you. I was like, geez, a bit big for me, like, a bit big, but you know what? Um, I did actually turn him down. He says, nah, it's too big for me, no way. And my coach said the same, but then I went, you know what? I'm going to take the fight because, he is bigger than me. He's not the best. And plus, I'm getting the fight on the main card on ESPN
In America.
in America, Madison Square Garden, somewhere, but everyone dreams of fighting. So I'd have fought Tyson there, wouldn't occurred. And I went to the fight, and the very first punch he hit me with, he broke my nose.
No.
So if you watch the fight, it's a really, really good fight to watch. But in there, I wasn't engaging a lot or wasn't attacking a lot, but it looks like I was because the pain in my nose was excruciating. So it was, when you touched it, it was like getting hit with a sledgehammer. Like the blood never affected me whatsoever. Like, I think it was in my eye for about 3 seconds in one of the rounds, but blood was everywhere. But within the fight performance, just the excruciating pain did.
Yeah. And how many fights then after that did you have, Paddy?
So 2 more fights at that before, 3 altogether, 2 more, and then the fight with Jay Horse.
And how come then you made, what was it that kind of you decided, I'm going to call it a day?
Well, I was actually planning on moving down to light flyweight after my 2 wins from losing in New York. And the team phoned me and said, listen, Paddy, there's a shot here for your European title against Jay Horse. Winner gets a world title shot. It's like,
Jay Horse, the English lad, wasn't he?
Oh, Welsh.
Welsh, sorry.
Like, obviously, world title can't be class. European title shot's nice, but it's not at the weight that I wanted it. But it says, you know what? I'll take Jay Horse, definitely. I'll definitely beat him. And took the fight. And, just what, even in training camp, I remember I was sparring like Lee McGregor, Ian Butcher, and a few others. And I remember like stuff that I was brilliant at, slip punching, black punch, just different stuff. I couldn't do. My reactions were really, really slow. I remember in training camp thinking, geez, I'm definitely feeling myself slowing down. And for a flyweight, that can't happen.
Be fast, high volume. Flyweights are some of the best, most entertaining fights in the world.
Definitely, flyweight down, the best fights. But I knew, like, because of my reaction times were getting slower, there's no way on this earth I could be a world champion. I was only kidding myself. And, like, even for the Horse fight, like, Jay Horse is only European champion. Even if I beat him, I'll probably take the world title shot, but I would retire straight away after because, I don't feel at this stage is good enough because obviously my body is getting slower.
Yeah. What age were you at that point, Paddy?
32.
32.
Yeah, 32.
And how come do you ever kind of maybe regret making that decision? Ever kind of think maybe you kind of watching a couple of fights thinking I could take him?
No. I actually remember my third and fourth fight, can't remember the guy's name. He was 60-10 or 57-10, Mexican. I wanted to fight him. I wanted to fight Donny Nates. Like all these serious contenders. Teams like, oh, it's not your party. And looking back, I'm like, thank God, because
And then after kind of finish up the boxing career, Paddy, then kind of you became kind of a big advocate for mental health and kind of again you're doing good work within your community. But recently you come in as a big advocate for gambling.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit your story with gambling?
Yeah, so I'm a wellbeing ambassador, mental health and wellbeing ambassador for Sport and and I don't know how it came about. I was at a talk one day and I just mentioned it, and then I just told my own story, and ever since that, people have been contacting me and saying, thanks for speaking out and all, because if it happened to someone like you, it can happen to anyone, which is true because like I'm the one, like, so we're all the same, and spoke out, and thankfully it's people can be private messages and all because they've had problems themselves, and I just we talk to each other just through basically and share our problems, so it's been a positive thing.
And what kind of advice anyone in that kind of similar situation kind of maybe struggling with gambling? Because obviously, listen, the whole thing with online, it's like it's everywhere. It's in your pocket 24/7. There's no escaping it.
Yeah.
What advice would you give the people that are struggling at the minute?
It's hard, just if you have a problem, it's not just for gambling, any problem. The hardest thing is talking about it, but once you do talk about it, you may feel shame or whatever, but when it's out there, can't take it back. And a problem shared is a problem halved. And if we do speak, no matter how ashamed or embarrassed you may be, definitely it really helps.
No, fair play, Paddy. Fair play. Yeah, and then so kind of plans going forward then. So obviously you kind of have the Paddy cast has launched. We've got some amazing guests on there as well.
Yeah.
And we said I watched Nonito Donaire on the podcast this morning. Really good again. He's one of my favorite fighters growing up. Used to love watching his training videos and stuff all that on YouTube. Really good kind of highlight reels as well. Some very spectacular knockouts. Carl Frampton, Shane Lowry, loads of kind of really top names on it. What's kind of the plan with the podcast?
Yeah, a while ago, I thought about starting up a podcast. But initially it was like for like Irish Olympians, people who may not have a platform to speak, and I was going to go around like different sports and like just interview them. But because of this lockdown, I said, you know what, let's do it now and let's see what kind of guests we can get and start messaging and people who I know. And thankfully, it's just Shane Lowry and the news on air. Back
Darren
to
Till.
me. Darren Till, Laura, big name. And there's many more lined up. So, it's kind of going where I want to go, but I never expected it to.
So you might be the next Joe Rogan, is what you're telling us.
Who's that?
Listen, Paddy, like I generally can't thank you enough for coming on with me tonight. Again, it's about 10 p.m. here now. But again, generally, thanks a million for coming on. If you could perhaps share your contact list with me, maybe get Carl Frampton or make Conor one of the boys on mine, that would be great.
Yeah, boys charge a fortune.
Huh?
Them boys charge a fortune.
Did you have to pay them for an appearance, did you? Except my burn envelope.
45 quid each.
No. Well, listen, Paddy, again, really appreciate you coming on. Wish you the best with everything that you do. Hopefully we'll see you on again in the future.
No problem at all. Take it easy.
Appreciate it, Paddy. Thank you very much.